At our country house, my mother-in-law and sister-in-law were devouring fried chicken, while my 7-year-old son sat alone in the corner eating a cold potato. Children who aren't really family need to learn their place, they said. I didn't yell. I took out my phone, gave them 2 hours to leave. I finished work early that day and decided to surprise everyone at the lake house. I pushed open the front door with 2 heavy grocery bags, and the words reached me before I even stepped fully inside. That boy isn't sitting at this table until he learns where he belongs. That was when I saw something they never would have done in front of me. At the dining table sat my mother-in-law Margaret, my sister-in-law Vanessa, and Vanessa's son Tyler. Their plates were piled with fried chicken, warm rice, fresh bread, cheese, and the chocolates I myself had bought. Across the room, sitting alone on an old armchair, was my 7-year-old son Noah. He was holding a plastic plate with nothing but a cold boiled potato. When Noah saw me, he quickly hid the plate behind his back. That hurt more than anything else. Margaret forced a smile. Emma, we weren't expecting you. I walked straight to Noah, gently took the plate from his hands, and looked at the dried, cold potato. Why is my son eating this while all of you are eating fried chicken? Silence filled the room. He's being punished, Margaret finally said. He ruined my flowers, played with things that weren't his, and kept slamming doors. He needs discipline. Noah shook his head. My ball rolled into the garden. Grandma said I was a burden and she didn't want to look at me while they were eating. What a lie! Margaret snapped. I looked at Tyler. Was he punished too? Vanessa laughed. My son knows how to behave. Besides, Mom is doing you a favor by watching Noah. Only then did I realize why Margaret had insisted on caring for Noah all summer. I had filled both refrigerators with food, left spending money, and bought games for both boys. Most of it had never been for Noah. I threw the potato into the trash. You have 2 hours to pack your things. Margaret stared at me. What? You heard me. The train leaves at 3:10. At 2:30, this house will be locked. Vanessa jumped into my face and said, You can't throw us out. This house belongs to Daniel too. I bought this house years before I married Daniel, I replied. It's mine. Vanessa pointed at Noah. You're going to destroy your marriage because that boy didn't get fried chicken? I took Noah's hand. No, you destroyed it the moment you humiliated my child inside my own home. As I walked upstairs with Noah, I heard Vanessa yelling that she was calling Daniel because he would put his wife back in her place. I pulled out my phone. I knew that call could change my marriage. What I didn't know was that before the day ended, I would uncover something far worse than a cold potato on a plastic plate. Emma, what's going on? Your mother and sister are packing, I said. I just kicked them out of the lake house. He sighed. Please don't turn another small problem into a huge fight. I kept my voice calm. I came home and found Noah sitting alone eating a cold potato while your mother, Vanessa, and Tyler were eating the food I bought. Noah says they called him a burden and told him he didn't belong. The line went silent. They have less than an hour to leave. If they refuse, I'm calling the police. I expected Daniel to defend them. Instead, after a long pause, he quietly said, Let them go. I'm not defending what they did. His answer surprised me, but it didn't erase what had happened. When I came downstairs with Noah, 5 suitcases were already waiting by the door. Margaret clutched her chest as if she were sick, while Vanessa calmly applied lipstick in front of a mirror. Daniel is going to leave you, Vanessa said with a smile. Husbands come and go, but family lasts forever. I looked her straight in the eyes. I just spoke to Daniel. He told you both to leave. As soon as they drove away, the family group chat exploded. Most relatives stayed silent, but one cousin apologized. Then Margaret's own sister admitted Margaret had treated another child exactly the same way years earlier, and everyone had kept quiet just to avoid family drama. I stared at the messages and thought maybe that's why my husband didn't defend his mother. This hadn't started with Noah. It had simply been the first time someone finally refused to stay silent.